Brigade Enterprises joining us to take some questions. Pavitra, it's great to have you here. Thanks very much. Prashant, this side. Does the optimism from analysts match what your optimism? Sometimes markets are way too optimistic as compared to what companies themselves believe the future holds. I'm just trying to gauge that, Pavitra. How good is the scenario on the ground?
Hi, morning. Thanks for having me. I think the scenario is quite good, actually. We're in multiple domains. We're in residential real estate, office, retail, and hospitality. And of course, with some qualifying statements, I would say the market is, what we see on the ground is really positive. So I think, it's actually sort of a dichotomy. There's a K-shaped recovery, and there are some companies that are doing very well who've been able to take advantage of the current situation and actually, pivot towards that. And there are others that have actually been impacted in a very difficult manner. So we are seeing two different kind of pathways out of this COVID and the pandemic. Brigade has actually been doing very well on the residential sector. We have launched aggressively over the last 2 quarters, and we continue to have the same kind of expectations for the rest of the financial year. On the leasing side also, we are seeing inquiries come back for office space. Retail is doing very well. Theaters are actually opening today in malls, in Karnataka at least. And hospitality is still, dependent on international travel, but there is some decent demand domestically.
Pavitra, good morning. What's your view on this recent development in Karnataka to cut the stamp duty? But we spoke to a couple of players. They said it's pretty meaningless because the ticket size is very small. It would have been better if it was done just like it was done in Mumbai across the board.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. The reduction in stamp duty is for homes that are less than 45 lakhs. Actually, this was discussed maybe 6 months or more ago, but now is when they've actually put it into action. Also, the stamp duty cut is effective for registrations happening today. We hope that this extension or the stamp duty cut will actually get extended, for the foreseeable future, because many of the builders who are doing affordable housing, meeting the government criteria of 45 lakhs and sub 60 square meters carpet area, all of that inventory will start coming up for registration maybe 18 to 24 months from now. So when you're looking at actual impact on registrations and so on, it may be quite less. So it would be great if it was actually applied across the board.
Okay, Pavitra, hi. I remember our last chat, I think it was exactly a month ago, and you were sounding very optimistic with all the launches even then, and you are sounding, as optimistic today. So let me ask you this. Is there any sense of price movement in the Bangalore market, at least, your major market, which is Karnataka? Because that's the next thing. If sales momentum and sales velocity continues to pick up, will prices follow? Are you seeing that?
Yeah, we are seeing that. I think it's too soon to say that it's going to happen across the board for the entire market. I would say in our own portfolio, we've observed that certain projects that are sort of meeting the customer demand exactly, in the sense that it's the kind of configuration that they want. People want larger unit sizes right now, larger apartments. Depending on the location, depending on the product and amenities, customers really want open spaces today and the ability to sort of have a nice lifestyle even within like a gated community. So if all that is there, and we are basically saying that we're able to increase prices since the demand is there. Even if there is an intent to increase prices, in the end, if customers don't want to pay, there's very little a developer can do. Also, there's a lot on the input cost front. Price of steel has just gone rocketing up, price of raw materials and so on. And of course, all developers are still sort of figuring out how the business model gets impacted with the loss of the input tax credit. So given all those things, we would like to be able to at least cover those costs, cost increases, and wherever possible, we would like to take up the price. But I think it really depends from project to project and, micro market and developer.
Pavitra, the ICICI note that I was referring to earlier, they say that you've clocked monthly sales of 400 crores each in August and September. Can you confirm that? Can you tell us if this momentum will continue and what will the full year look like broadly?
Actually, I can't confirm those numbers until we announce our results, but I will say that both August and September were very good months for us. We saw the entire Q2 actually coming back very well, better than Q1. So hopefully we can announce the results soon and tell you about the numbers.
Okay, so Pavitra, since you're saying that you can't take an across-the-board price increase, and you're also saying, which is true, that commodity price inflation is pretty severe, does it mean that there could be a threat to the margins in the very short term?
Yeah, I think margins have been under pressure for some time now, not just in the recent past, but starting from demonetization onwards. There have been, moments when we've been able to improve the margins given the prior situation and COVID and so on. But
Okay, I think we've just lost that link with Pavitra. But that's the stock. Let's pull up perhaps a 1 week or even a 1 year on Brigade Enterprises. I mean, along with a lot of its other peers, it's been a stellar performer. Obviously, real estate as a theme has worked very, very well in the market in the last couple of months, especially. That's the 12-month chart coming up. Quite a big gain. I think we do have Pavitra back with us. Pavitra, yes, if you could give a sense on the margin pressure that shareholders should be prepared for, given the dynamics, can't hike prices across the board immediately and inputs are getting more and more expensive.
yeah, I think, see, whatever pressure was there on the margins before, it is still there now, but different kind of reasons. We've been able to increase some prices, but at the same time, we are foreseeing that the input costs will rise. But I'm sure and it's there for everyone to see that most public real estate developers are working within single digits or very low double digits margins. I don't see that really dramatically reducing because I think we've all retooled our go-to-market strategies, the product, wherever we can cut costs in terms of becoming more efficient, wherever we can improve processes, use technology. We've been all trying to do that since the pandemic. So on that kind of sense, we have been trying to get more efficient and try to protect the margins on that front.
Okay, I'm referring to the same ICICI Securities note that Prashant just spoke about. We're not asking you about Q2, but overall they're expecting 3,000 crores of sales bookings in the year, the full year FY22. Do you think you can, in fact, even improve on these estimates given the resilience in demand?
Well, we definitely want to be able to meet the market expectations. What I'm saying is that we have good launches in the past. We're looking for new projects constantly, and there is a ton of activity out there within our team. And
As we'll have to thank you on that.